Oh yeah. You better prepare yourself. Saving, please do not touch. Online interactions not rated by the ESRB. Presented by Sega. And Cryware. Because you're gonna cry your underwear. After you experience Gunblade New York and LA Machine Guns, Rage of the Machines. For the Nintendo Switch.
Actually, no, this is the Wii.
Oh yeah. You enter a name.
I'm going to use my birth name. It's just Victor. Yeah, it's fine. Once you finalize your name, you can't change it. Very well. This is... Wow, you can see where they tiled the images not very well. You can see the...
LA Machine Guns, Rage of the Machines. Los Angeles downtown. Los Angeles is under attack by enemy androids. Destroy targets in the area. Their objective appears to be the president, who is now in the area. Rescue the president from the combat zone immediately. Alert, Wild Bee.
I'm pressing... Oh.
This is Adam. They're monsters. Can't stop them. Oh yeah. How do you recharge? I don't think you do. Thanks, but they've taken away the president. Help us find him. You've got it. This is LA Machine Guns. Their armor is incredibly strong. Oh my god. Advise you slam them continuously. What do you mean, slam them? What the hell are you talking about? This game is wild. They've confirmed enemy reinforcements are in the parking lot. Chain combo.
Oh, I see. It wants me to not suck at aiming. It's one of these games. Well, sucks for you because I'm bad at aiming. Yeah, this is LA Machine Guns for the... This is on the Wii, but it was an arcade game back in the days of Thunder. And it's a lot earlier than... Because I did... what was it? What was it called? What's the name of that game?
Ghost Squad.
Yeah.
Ghost Squad.
That one. This is way before that. This is maybe like 6 years before that. So you can tell because of the graphics and stuff, right? Like it's a lot more. It's a lot more old looking. This feels very. If I were to place it on a console, this feels very Sega Saturn. Something about it. But I know that these games. Whoa. How do I don't have to recharge? So weird. I know that these games, when they were out, they had like a
confirmed visual of the president. They're trying to abduct him by helicopter. They kicked him in the back. They're so disrespectful.
No, I'm trying to really not kill the president.
Large hostile aircraft is approaching your way.
Yeah, so this one had like, I believe this is one of the ones that had like a huge machine gun, like when you played in the arcade, like one of those really massive ones that like shook the whole gun when you shot. So like that was kind of the, you know, like the whole spectacle of this was, it was hella loud, and you got to play it in an arcade, and you were pumping quarters into it, and
it was called LA Machine Guns.
But here, It's a little bit less of that. I don't know what I'm supposed to be hitting. Oh my god. Yeah, continue. What? Of course I'm going to continue. I've never actually played this one. I've heard of it, but I don't think I've actually played this one because I think I played the other one because there's this one and there's Gunblade New York on the disc. I think I tried Gunblade New York, and that one looks even older than this. Like, I would say maybe this looks like, let's say this looks Dreamcast quality, and the other one looks Saturn quality, if that makes any sense. Oh my god. Oh, I did win. Okay.
Confirm security of the president. Mission completed. All right. Look at us. Look at the points we acquired.
I don't know why I didn't just grab a second controller. I can just dual wield these things.
Please enter your name.
Really? Why did it make me input my name if it wasn't just gonna, you know what? Oh no. Well, if it wasn't just gonna auto do it for me. This is very weeble wobble.
Oh yeah. Let's go to Yosemite. Let's go to Alcatraz. It's a little bit easier. Request of assistance from the Alcatraz military prison. Friendly forces are acquiring heavy damage. Please assist immediately. Your mission: resolve this conflict immediately. Watch out for hostiles outfitted with special gear.
You got it, boss. Oh, it's August 8th, 2025. That's in 2 years. Did they think that we were going to be attacked by aliens in 2025? And that we were going to need the LA machine guns? Not just any machine guns.
The LA machine guns.
Damn, this game is ruthless. But I was saying, I played Gunblade New York, and it looks very polygonal, in the sense of, like, I think there's not even textures yet. Like, that's how polygonal it looks. And so I played that for a little bit, and I was like, it's not as good as Ghost Squad and House of the Dead and stuff. So I didn't super get into it, but you know, I was looking through the games and I was like, what should I record? And then I was like, you know what? I've never played
LA machine guns.
So let's do LA machine guns. Oh, there's like there's friendlies up here. Do you have to try really hard not to kill them or what? I mean, this is a lot harder to judge compared to the other ones. Oh crap, I killed one. Only because it's like you don't have to recharge. The like, it's on rails, but it's like so fast paced on rails that it almost feels like it's cinematic in a way where it doesn't really matter what you do because you're gonna eventually leave the area anyway. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. It feels like it has less consequences, even though they're you know, it's still a shooting game of its kind, of its caliber, of its soul caliber. I don't know. I mean, it's not like terrible. Like in terms of technically, it is a competent game. But in terms of the like what it's doing, it's very simple. It's extremely simple. And again, I think this one, from what I remember reading about it, the biggest concern was just like, it's cool when you play it in an arcade because you've got the super loud thing playing, and every time you shoot the gun, like, your whole body rumbles, and it's got that whole, you know, like, you have to play it in the cabinet, and then once you bring it here into the home, and your giant gun is now a Wii lad Wii remote. It's a lot less. What's the word? The spectacle's kind of lost in translation, you know. And it's kind of a bummer because we have report that they have taken one of the convicts with them. They're attempting to escape by hovercraft. Intercept. Which is kind of a bummer because I think during the Wii era, light gun games started coming back because, you know, you had a pointer and they were like, well, you know what we haven't made in a while? How about we make some of these? And people were like, yeah, you should probably make some of those. And then they brought back, you know, House of the Dead 2 and 3. They made House of the Dead Overkill specifically for it. There's like the Dead Space one that they made. They made, God, what was the other ones? There was another one that they did. Oh, Resident Evil, I think, had 2. Umbrella Chronicles? No, maybe. Something like that, but it was just like cool because they were bringing back that genre of game that got lost because people weren't investing in, you know, like peripherals for their video games anymore. Like, at least not in the sense of, like, I think of games like for the PS1, right? Like, if you had a gun game, you had to buy the gun itself, which was probably like $50 at least, and that's just for one. If you want to play with a second player, which makes everything more fun, you have to shell out another $50, and then only certain games could use it. So it's, you know, there's just a lot of barriers of entry for those kinds of games. And when the Wii came out, it's like, well, yeah, you don't have a cool gun-shaped thing, but you do have a pointer that's built into the console. Like, that's literally the whole point. Oh, I beat him. You know, that's like literally the whole thing. It's like it has a pointer, so you can use it as a gun. It's like, oh, cool. And they even made some little like shells that look like guns. I think I have one back in LA. Which is, it's really cool for games like House of the Dead, because you're, instead of hitting the little button, you're hitting the trigger, so it feels more authentic in the, you know, kind of like the arcade machine things. The Strip, let's go there. Bank armored vehicle raided in Central Vegas. Fleeing civilians are panicking. The enemy has invaded Las Vegas with the intent of establishing a foothold for an all-out offensive along the West Coast. In addition to a heavy soldier presence, suppress hostiles immediately. No! Not the Vegas Strip. Looking pretty sad for 2025. Oh, these things are aggressive. Oh no, the people, they're running. I do miss how, like, a staple of the 90s, like, media, whether it's TV shows or movies or even, in this case, video games, how they had a perceived vision of, or even like, yeah, I want to say 90s was when it was big, but maybe even a little bit earlier than that, where they had this perceived idea of, like, this is what the future's going to look like. And there's going to be cyborgs, and there's going to be flying this, and it's going to be, you know, dystopian, and everything's going to be dark and gritty, and or like super high-tech silver everything, because everything's, you know, made of metal because of the future or whatever. And now that we're in the time periods that they said, you know, it's not actually what happened. But it's still interesting to see that it's a very specific aesthetic that occurred at that when people would come up with ideas for that. And it was cool, man. It had there's a reason why it's fondly remembered, you know, like the whole like 80s LA dark, gritty, you know, that whole, you know, it's like explosions and I don't know. I remember it from my childhood, because that's what they told us it was going to look like, and it did not. It just all that happened was it got homeless everywhere. It got cars just look newer. People still suck. Oh no! No, I did not mean to shoot the civilian. What am I in? Like, what am I using to fight? Like, am I in an airplane? Am I, like, in a robot suit? I don't actually know. Yes. Like I said, this game is pretty, I don't know, it's hard to, like I'm literally just waggling the controller and, like, hitting the thing, you know? It doesn't have as much of a, what's it called? Like, it doesn't really have that same amount of, like, you need to focus and there's engagement and stuff, right? It's literally just, like, at this point, you probably ran out of quarters. So the game is like, you're entertained long enough, it's fine. God, this is so 90s. Look at that. Oh. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think I'm gonna do the next level. I think I'm gonna end it. And I don't want to sound like a downer. I don't want it to sound like it's like, oh, this game's garbage. It's not like I said. It's in terms of, like, as a game, it functions as it should. Like, it doesn't. There's no bugs. There's no, like, lagginess to it. I think it's moving at 60 frames. At least it feels like it is. It's like, you know, it's a solidly built game. It's just that the game that they built is very, like, there's not really a whole lot to do, and the spectacle from the 90s is no longer a thing. I'm playing this in 2023, 2 years from when this is supposed to be happening in real time. And yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's kind of a letdown. Like, I was expecting another game like kind of like Ghost Squad or House of the Dead or something to that effect, right? Where it's like, where it's just more, it's more engaging. And, ooh, that's kind of cute. And I did not get that, and I am saddened. I don't. Oh. I guess I'll go until I lose my life, but I don't know. In conclusion, my TED Talk that you guys have all come to, it's whatevs. It's whatevs. I came in hot, like, thinking, like, hell yeah, this is gonna be dope. And I think that's the part that sucks, is that I was really expecting, like, I was expecting this to be another like, hell yeah, I'm gonna come back to this game and I'm gonna do another episode and it's gonna be dope. And I'm like, I'm good with I think I've seen enough. So yeah, all that being said, this has been LA Machine Guns for the Nintendo Wii. I keep wanting to say Switch. And yeah, man. If you see this and you're like, wow, that's a game, then you're right. It is a game. But exactly what you saw is what you get. There's no depth to it. It's just hold the trigger and hit the things, and that's it. There's not even things to unlock. Yeah, it literally just goes back to the, like, there's literally no options. It's just like in or out or other game. So difficulty credits. Anyway, that's LA Machine Guns for this Wii. I don't think I'm gonna do Gunblade New York. It's basically the same thing but older, so even less of stuff going on. But yeah, that's it. I've got nothing else to say. I'm rambling.